Big Pun was a dude with a tremendous heart. You know, and it's like seeing so much that he's done. Like even me working with Pun, like when doing Dream Shatter, I gave him Dream Shatter as a beat for free. And when he would tell producers, he'd be like, look, y'all ain't got no more budget, so if you want to work, he gave me this beat for free. So it's like, if you want to work with me, you got to give me a beat for free. First, he wanted a studio in his house, and it's like, I guess he didn't really know how to operate it. And when we were doing Yeah Baby, he just traded Just Blaze all the equipment, you know, for 2 beats. Like, he was working in Cutting Room, and it's like, even working with Pun, Just always was a cool guy. And Pun had the one house on the block where everybody wanted to hang at. And when I got there, he was like, yeah, you know, Just is going to take all this equipment. He gave me these 2 beats. You know? So Pun didn't have any use for it, so he traded for the beats. You know? And Just the engineer by trade. It was a bunch of stuff. He just traded it to him. Yo, here, you can take that. Just give me the 2 beats. Like, another time we had, I can remember, like, DJ Shot. Pun wanted to work with DJ Shot. And we were in Mirror Image and one of those things, or Sound on Sound, one of those things. I remember it was a studio on 9th Avenue and 43rd, right around the corner from Sound on Sound. I went to Sound on Sound to see G-Rap, and I came out and I seen DJ Shot. And I told him that Pun wanted a beat from him. If he had a beats on him, he's like, yes. So I took him to Pun. Pun copped 2 beats from him. He was like, wow, yo, you know, nobody ever does that. You know, Pun just bought 2 beats from me. And it's like, you took me there. And it's like, yo, how can I repay you? You don't got to pay me nothing, you know? And I just thought it was incredible. He was like, you know, people don't do these things for other people, you know? And I helped my boy out. Pun was looking for Shock to get some beats. So he got what he wanted. And Shock got paid for 2 beats. What made Biggie special was the fact that he could be, I always looked at him as like a producer. You know, like he was so gifted. Number one, even putting songs together. He was able, like, for him to write for Junior Mafia and create all of those different people, Little C's and Little Kim, you know. Being able to create those personas, it's like a lot of people don't really understand that it takes a lot of talent to do that, you know. And even for Kim, it's like Kim is still here to this day. And if no one knew or heard the whispers like, oh, you know, Biggie wrote this or whatever, people would think that she wrote her own shit. You know, but he was that gifted where it's like he could create another person. And it's like for him, even song-wise, he was that gifted, you know, with songwriting also. You know, because like I said, in order for him to write for them, he had to create. For me, with my song, you know, I got a story to tell. He's always telling me like, look, yo, you make dope beats, but you ain't got nothing that I can rap to. And, you know, as time flows on, he picked I Got a Story to Tell. And the way that he put the song together for it to still last today is very intricate and very detailed. And it's like he put it together like a person who wrote a story. You know what I'm saying? Like Langston Hughes, those people like that. Very few artists are like that. Like he was truly gifted. You know, and to see him work and to see him do different things, like you would understand how special he was. And if you had a chance to go back, take your favorite songs, even if you took 10 Crack Commandments or Kick in the Door or something like that, and you listen and it's like, and you pay attention to the words, if you wrote them down and you listen to him as he's talking, you could see visually how he puts it together. You know, and it's like he puts his raps together like no other. You know? And it's visually, you know, and he makes you feel like you're around a campfire, and if you just sat back and listened, like you could visualize what he's saying. You know, and there's no one else who does that. You know, and again, you know, in the 90s, everybody had their own special powers. You know, so him bringing that was his special power too. But he still appreciated a lot of other MCs that came in the game. Just by going to the studio, sometimes I got to see Biggie construct a couple of songs that weren't there, where it's like just the frame of it. I got to see what a song would sound like afterwards by the time, you know, Stevie J or Mario Winans after they add their touches to it. You know, it was just so much that's gratifying. It's like I could say I learned a lot from. You know, I learned from D-Dot also, like, the importance of like, yo, you know, how the record feels. It's like to make people feel in a good energy, to dance, etc. So being around, it's like, you know, like I say, I learned a lot. So it's like if I want a record, like even with Rob's record, I wanted one of those records. And I can remember like when I made that record was right after they started recording Money, Power, Respect. And D-Dot, you know, he said, yo, man, you know, you got these beats, some of them are good, but you want something that make people move. And he got up and he started dancing, and he was kind of swaying side to side. And it's like, I was just in the house. I came home 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, damn, you know, I need to capture that. And I can remember, you know, having a sample and everything with it, and putting it together, and it's like, thinking like, how would this make people feel? And it's like, once the right artist is on there, and it's like, I start putting different acapellas to it, you know, to help construct it. And then it's like, afterwards, I was like, okay, cool, I got this beat. Tuck the beat to the side. Rob got the beat, Rob loved the song, and that was all she wrote. So looking at it, man, it's like, having a hit record isn't just like, okay, I got this beat. It's also how the artist attacks the beat, what he brings towards the beat. You can have the hottest punchlines on a record and still not make it a hit record. But when you know how to be in pocket and ride the beat, and you know, and do those things, it's like, that's what makes it the hit. Because people feel it, how you lay in the pocket, you know, how you flow to the beat, you know, things like that nature. Because going in Bad Boy, it never was the point of like, yo, you know, make sure the rhymes are super duper hot. It's like, yo, how does the record feel? And, you know, how do people resonate with it?